Hello everyone, my name is Indu Pandey, Assistant Professor at IIMT College of Science and Technology, Greater Noida. Today we will discuss about one of the very important topic of computer networks, that is types of computer networks. In this lecture, we will cover the topics like uses of computer networks, types of computer network like PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN, comparison between various computer networks, and advantages and disadvantages of various networks used in our day-to-day life. So let's start it. Uses of computer networks. Communicating using email, video, instant messaging, etc. is one of the important factors or uses of computer networks. Computer network helps us in sharing data among various devices from printers, scanners, etc. It also helps in sharing files from one PC to another PC, sharing software and operating programs on remote systems is also one of the important uses of computer networks. Allocating network users to easily access and maintain information is the use of computer networks that we do in our day-to-day life. Types of computer networks. There are various types of computer networks that are based on their uses and strength, like PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN, and WAN. There are also other kinds of networks that are derived from these basic kinds of networks. Now we will discuss in detail about these kinds of networks, their uses, their advantages with disadvantages. PAN, that is Personal Area Network. PAN is the most basic type of computer network. This network is restrained to single person, that is communication between computer devices is centered only on individual workstation. PAN offers a network range of 1 to 100 meters from person to device, providing communication. Its transmission speed is very high with easy maintenance and at low cost. It uses Bluetooth, IRDA, Zigbee as a technology. Examples of PAN are USB, computer, phone, tablet, printer, PDA, etc. Here in this diagram, we can see that there is a PAN network established between the devices. A single network is connecting various devices like printer, smartphone, PDA, tablet, etc. The next very important network is local area network, that is LAN. LAN is usually used in computer networks that connects computer through common communication path contained within a limited area. That is locally. A local LAN encompasses two or more computers connected over a server. The two important technologies involved in this networks are Ethernet and Wi-Fi. The range of LAN network is 2 km and transmission speed is very high with easy maintenance and low cost. The LAN network is used mainly in laboratories, library, colleges, offices, etc. Now we will discuss about what are the advantages of LAN. Simple and reasonable cost. In order to establish any LAN network, it is very simple and the cost of establishment of LAN networks is also very low. Accessing of software programs. While if we establish any LAN networks, it becomes easy to access any other kinds of software programs through our devices. Data protection. LAN also provides the choice of data protection, that is when a device sends data to another device, it maintains the privacy and secrecy of the information. Next point is fast communication. LAN networks have a reasonable speed which provides fast communication during data transfer. Now we will discuss about disadvantages of LAN. First is limited distance. As we know that LAN covers a specific amount of distance. After that distance, we have to use another kinds of network that will be efficient in dealing with such information. The information security issue created. In order to establish a LAN networks, there may be chances of network failure or any third party attack. So it is important that we should maintain the secrecy and privacy or security of the network. Installing LAN is expensive because a LAN network is connected in our organization through various mediums channels. So it has become quite tedious and expensive task to establish any LAN connection in an organization. Data sharing via outside source. It becomes very easy to share data to outside source without maintaining any privacy of information. It has limited scalability also. A single point of failure means if any device cannot function properly, that may affect the entire network of that particular area. Maintenance and management required in a LAN in a specific way. Proper training and development of skills are required to maintain any LAN connection. This is the diagram of LAN network in which various computers are connected to each other through a server, and a LAN network is established between them. The computers can share and exchange information files between each other at the time of need. Next important network is campus area network, that is CAN. CAN is bigger than the LAN but smaller than the MAN. This is a type of computer network that is usually used in places like schools or colleges. This network covers limited geographical area, that is, it is spread across several buildings within a campus. Can mainly use Ethernet technology with a range of 1 kilometer to 5 kilometers. The transmission speed is very high with moderate maintenance costs and moderate cost. Example of CAN networks that cover are schools, colleges, buildings, etc. This is the diagram of CAN networks in which various buildings are communicating with each other through CAN networks. Here we can say that building 1, building 2, building 3, building 4 are interconnected with each other through CAN networks, and that can share their information efficiently. Now we will discuss about the advantages of CAN. It has fast and reliable network connection across the campus. Simplified centralized network management is provided by CAN. Efficient sharing of the resources among users is one of the advantages of CAN. Easily scalable infrastructure supporting future growth is also the advantage of CAN. A cost-effective alternative to multiple independent network is also one of the very important features or advantages of CAN. Coming to the disadvantages of CAN, we can say that we need a constant administration and experienced engineers having great skills to maintain the management of the CAN network. It has high cost of installation also. Next, we will discuss about the important network, that is Metropolitan Area Network, we also known as MAN. A MAN is a larger than LAN but smaller than WAN. This type of computer network that connects computer over a geographical distance through a shared communication path over a city, town or metropolitan area. This network mainly uses FDDI, CDDI and ATM as a technology with a range of 5 km to 50 kilometers. Its transmission speed is average. It is difficult to maintain and it comes with high cost. Here in this diagram we can see that there is a MAN connection established between the organization. There are many residential areas and office buildings. The residential areas may be connected through a LAN network, and that LAN network is connected to a MAN network, that is a wider network. It provides opportunity to connect various devices at the same time, and transmission rate is also high in such kinds of networks. Now we will discuss about the advantages of MAN. First one is security. MAN provides more security as compared to WAN, and it is easy to implement. Distance occupies. The MAN is occupied more distance as compared to LAN. It is wider than the LAN. Less expensive. MAN implementation cost is less than WAN because MAN requires fewer resources as compared to WAN. It saves implementation costs. High speed. MAN has a high speed of data transfer because MAN often uses fiber optics cables that are capable of offering speeds up to 1000 Mbps. So these are the advantages of using MAN network. Coming to disadvantages of MAN, it has the problem of less security as it provides less security to the user when the data is transmitted from one device to another device. Wire required. To establish any MAN connection, there is requirement of cables or hardwares that are one of the important factors that increases the cost of establishing a MAN connection. Technical assistance means we need a proper skills or trained engineers to establish any LAN connection, and proper maintenance is also required time to time. Difficult to manage. As various devices are connected to each other, there is required a proper management in order to track, implement, manage and implement the network in an efficient way. The next very important network is wide area network, that is WAN. WAN is a type of computer network that connects computers over a large geographical distance through a shared communication path. It is not restrained to a single location but extends over many locations. WAN can also be defined as the group of local networks that communicate with each other with a range above 50 kilometers. Here we use leased line or dial-up technology. Its transmission speed is very low and it comes with very high maintenance and high cost. The most common example of WAN is internet. Here in this diagram we can see that there are three LAN connections and various devices such as computers are connected through it, and this connection is interconnected with a MAN network. It provides wider coverage and high speed to the user. Coming to the advantages of WAN, it has large coverage area and it provides larger areas for and larger number of devices get connected to each other. Higher bandwidth or higher capacity of holding devices is one of the very important advantages of WAN connection. Centralized data means the data is stored at a particular server and various other devices can access it at the same time. This is also one of the very important advantages of MAN networks over other networks we use in our day-to-day life. Message exchange. We can exchange the message from one network to another network without affecting its speed. It can help in smooth transmission of data between the devices. Coming to the disadvantages of WAN, security issue. As various devices are connected to the network, there may be the issue of network security and proper and maintaining the confidentiality of the information. Installation cost. The cost of installation of any WAN connection is very high. Troubleshooting issues means if there is any detection in the network or network the condition of network failure arises, then it is very difficult to troubleshoot the issue and resolve it in a WAN connection because the network is very complex. Maintenance issue. It covers a broad range of area having various devices connected to each other over a cable. set of cables. So the maintenance cost also increases as we increases the WAN connections day by day. Another very important and interesting network is virtual area network. A virtual area network allows companies and individuals to create a network that exists between computers and servers in spite of local differences. This allows for many benefits, from remote access capabilities to making it easier to troubleshoot and fix issues. Virtual network does not follow a conventional flow of networking because it does not wired at all. Therefore, all devices that interact with each other in the network do so through internet technology, allowing them to have a further reach than they would have if they were wired. A network itself is limitless as the internet. The virtual area network is a special kind of network in which we prefer to have the to prepare to have a responsibility to maintain the confidentiality and security of the network. It also provides the unique feature that is remote access capabilities, in which we can access the system from anywhere at any time without using the actual hardware or software of any devices. Virtual area networks is one of the dynamic and most wanted networks used by companies and individuals nowadays. What are the benefits of virtual networking? Digital security. It maintains the security over the networks during the data transfer. Streamlines hardware, means various we do not need to have various hardwares connected, as virtual storage is provided for the hardwares and software. Flexibility and scalability is also one of the main features of virtual networks. Cost saving, as it reduces the cost as less number of devices and network cables are required to establish any connections. So it reduces overall cost of establishing any network. It also increases the productivity because it provides the opportunity to access the network from anywhere according to our need at any time. It also has remote access capability, as we know that remote access capability provides an opportunity to access the network from any place. For example, we can use Gmail from the device in which we log in it at any time, anywhere. Similarly, the virtual network also provides such kind of choice to users. Coming to the difference between LAN, MAN, and WAN network, there are various kinds of differences that we will discuss in this slide. The main three kinds of networks that are LAN, MAN, and WAN. The LAN stands for local area networks, and MAN stands for metropolitan area network, and WAN stands for wide area network. Land's ownership is private, while man's ownership can be private or public, and when owner is not owned by organization. The transmission speed of land is high, while the transmission of speed of WAN is average, whereas the transmission speed of WAN is low. The propagation delay is short in LAN. There is moderate propagation delay in WAN, whereas there is long propagation delay. There is less congestion in LAN, while there is more congestion in MAN, whereas there is more congestion in MAN and WAN. LAN's designs and maintenance is very easy, while MAN's design and maintenance is difficult than LAN. WAN design and maintenance is also difficult than LAN as well as MAN. There is more fault tolerance in LAN, while there is less fault tolerance in MAN. In WAN, there is less fault tolerance. LAN is mainly used in colleges, schools, hospitals, etc. MAN is used in small towns and cities, and WAN is used in countries and continents. So these are the important differences between LAN, MAN, and WAN that we use in our day-to-day life. Coming to the advantages of computer networks, so what are the main purpose of understanding the computer networks? We will see in this slide. Some of the main advantages of computer networks are central storage of data. Files are stored on the central storage database, which helps to easily access and available to everyone. Connectivity, a single connection can be routed to connect multiple computing devices. That are, a single connection is required for the communication between various devices. Sharing of files and data can be easily shared among the multiple devices, which helps in easy communicating among the organization. Security of the network. In order to have a proper network connection, the main important factor that should be remain in mind is to maintain the security of the network, because if there will be a lack of security, the data transferred from sender side to the receiver side may get damaged or get changed from the any third party access. What are the disadvantages of computer networks? There are mainly various kinds of disadvantages. Some of them are viruses and malware. A virus is a program that can infect other programs by modifying them in a negative way. Viruses and malware can corrupt the whole network, as we should have the responsibility to remove viruses and malwares from our system in order to have a proper communication between the devices. High cost of setup. The initial cost of computer networking is expensive because it consists of lots of wires and cables along with devices. So the cost of setup is very high at the initial stage, and because we use lots of cables, networks, devices, etc., in order to establish the connection between the devices. Loss of information. In case of system failure might lead to the loss of information or data. If we haven't stored any our files safely, then there may be chances that the data can be lost during transmission, or any third party attack may occur. So it is one of the disadvantages of computer network. Management of network is also one of the important disadvantages, as we require proper management of network. Proper skilled persons are required, engineers are required in order to maintain and establish and have a look over the current functioning of any network. So that's all of the today. This is the topic of computer networks. Thank you for listening. Please provide your valuable feedback in the comment section.